Sudoku. That's what we're going to be looking at today, Sudoku puzzles, one of the sub-niches of the overall KDP activity book niches. Now it's a very big niche, very popular, but also very profitable. So stick around, watch the whole video if you're interested in making these types of books. Now, if you haven't been here before, my name's Paul Marles and I do videos on how to make it, keep it and grow it, and that's your money I'm talking about. And if you like videos like that, then make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and also smash that notification bell to receive notifications of when I produce more videos like this. And don't forget to turn your notifications on also. Now, we're going to be looking at the puzzle book niche today of Sudoku books. What are they? Well, if we have a look, they're basically this grid of numbers that you have to fill out, and each row can be filled out with numbers from 1 to 9, both horizontally and vertically, and you can't repeat the numbers in each row or column. And they range in difficulty from easy to hard to extremely hard, diabolical, and you have more complex ones, things like Samurai Sudoku. So if we go across to Amazon and just have a general look at this niche. So if you just put Sudoku into the search bar. Now we'll see here what the Google search numbers are per month. Now if you want these same figures, then this is from a plugin, a Chrome plugin called Keywords Everywhere, and you have to pay $10 for 100,000 credits, which gives you the Google search numbers, and also this very interesting feature that's been added recently, and that's the search numbers for per month over the last 12 months. And this gives some very interesting figures, because we can see, if we look at this one here, the number of searches have increased quite significantly over the last couple of months. April and May they increased, and that's because of the old house arrest lockdown scenario, people doing puzzles at home and also buying these sorts of books online rather than going to the traditional offline shops. So we can see here that they're very popular, and Sudoku itself has 5 million monthly searches on Google, which is the highest I've seen out of all these puzzle books, which indicates it's very popular. But as with most niches that are popular, it's going to be very competitive. And in fact, if we just do a general search for Sudoku, we've got 8,000 results. Now this is just a side note. I'm searching here in the all category, not the books category. The reason I search in the all category is because that's where the majority of customers are going to be doing their searches. So why not do your keyword research in the same category as your customers are? And occasionally you will find that the search results are slightly different between the all and the books. And one of the reasons for that, because I have looked at this closely recently, is because when you do a search in the books, it tends to also list things like audiobooks and Kindle ebooks. So I think that's the reason why the search numbers are different. So we've got 8,000 results here, very competitive. Unlikely you'd be able to rank just on that keyword alone, particularly if you don't have any history of sales or you don't have any reviews on your book. So what do we need to do? We need to niche down. So we have a look at the search bar again and put in Sudoku. Now this is how I do my keyword research. I'll start with a general search term like Sudoku, and I'll look at these here, and these are the Amazon suggestions. So these are telling us what keywords people are searching for. So if we know what people are searching for, we can give it to them in terms of the keywords that we use for our books. And it's also suggestions that Amazon gives to customers, and so customers will tend to click on these if they are looking for particular books. And it also gives us an idea of the sub-niches, because with Sudoku on its own, 8,000 search results is very high, it's very competitive. We want to niche down, look for a sub-niche within Sudoku that has less Amazon search results. And the figure I normally go for are 1,000 search results or less. Now you notice here I've got all these suggestions here on the right hand side. That's from another Chrome plugin I've got called AMZ Suggestion Expander, and that gives us more keywords that customers are searching on Amazon. And what I do is I will open up a spreadsheet, just a Google Sheets, and start to write down all of these keywords, and I'll make a note of the Google searches per month also where they're available. They're not given for every keyword. And then I'll take each of those keywords and put them back into the search bar and then see what other sub-niches appear, and hopefully try to find ones that are less competitive, so less than 1,000 results on the Amazon searches, but are also selling. So if we look at something like Sudoku Kids, now this has got 2,000 results, so it probably is a bit more competitive than we'd like, so we'd probably want to niche down a bit more so we could see what suggestions are Amazon making, so we could try some of these other keywords to see if we get to our target. But let's just have a look at the potential profitability of these types of books. So we're looking at bestsellers ranks of 30,000, 40,000, 16,000, 26,000, 51,000. So if we just take a sort of average of those numbers and put in 30,000 and calculate the sales, that's 145 sales per month. So that's around 4 to 5 books per day. And if we look to see how much they're selling for, I mean, that one's quite cheap. That's a sponsored one. That's sponsored. Let's look at the main ones. $5.99, $3.95, $9.76, $7.59, $12.95, $5.79. So if you were looking at, say, let's take somewhere in between, say the $6.99 mark, making around about $2 profit. So you'd be looking at overall for one book, say $300 in royalties per month, which is pretty good going. These books are quite easy to produce, and we'll go on in a moment to see how we can create the interiors. So I'll go into a bit more depth after the interiors on what different sub-niches are that I spotted that are potentially profitable with low competition. So make sure you stick around for that. So where can we get these interiors from? Where can we make them? Well, like always, you've got the paid versions and you've got the free versions. Now, the difference normally between the two is that often with the paid versions, they do it all for you. They'll produce a PDF file that's just ready to upload to Amazon KDP. So one such tool is Puzzle Book Mastery, which is $27 for the software. That's just a one-off payment. And if we go to Puzzle Book Mastery, you've got the option actually to create other activity books, word searches, word scrambles, cryptograms, but we're interested in the Sudokus at the moment. You can choose from 3 levels, easy, medium, hard, and it's just a case of how many Sudoku puzzles do you want it to create. Let's just make this simple, keep it on 20, click on make puzzles, and it does it all for you. So you've got all these Sudoku puzzles here, and towards the end, as we zoom down, it gives you all the solutions as well. And for this, it's just a case of clicking on download, and that will download the PDF for you, which is then ready to upload to Amazon. Another one that I've found, another solution, is PuzzleWiz at puzzlewizwiz.io. I've not actually used this, but I know it's popular, and I think it's made by the same people that do BookBolt. Not 100% sure, but I'm almost certain it is, so it's bound to be of decent quality. And here you can create Sudoku puzzles as well, and also it gives you the option to create crossword puzzles and word search puzzles. So if you are into the whole KDP activity book puzzle book niche, this could be a good option. However, it is $9.95 per month, but if you create books that are selling well, you could easily make back your investment. Now, I did find this free version. It's freeware that you can download to your computer, called Sudoku Creator Pro. I did have a look through terms of service, and there's nowhere that it says that you can't use this for commercial purposes. I mean, it is software that you download into your computer, and this is for Windows. I couldn't find a Mac version, but if you do use it, just double check on the licenses for commercial use. But I said I couldn't find that, so I think it would be okay. And this is what the software looks like, and it's quite easy to use. All you do is click on create another Sudoku, click on whether you want it easy all the way up to difficult. Let's have a difficult one, and then all you do is just copy this to the clipboard, open up a PowerPoint file, which is where I make a lot of my interiors. You could do this on Keynote, however, as I just said, this software is not compatible with Mac OS, and it's just a case of pasting on there, and you can increase the size if you like. Just position that in the center of the page. and put a header on there, or you could have more than one per page. You could reduce that and then just have another one to the side, bottom, and to the other corner. So that's quite a neat little solution. Then two other options I've found are both paid options as well. One is my current favourite at the moment, which is Creative Fabrica, which I was recommended this by someone in the comments. I can't remember who that was, but whoever it was, thank you very much, because it has so many different types of interiors for KDP books. And one of those is Sudoku. And the prices are excellent. $2 here for 300 easy puzzles. And you've got these more simpler kids puzzles here. And you can have 150 for $5. And I think in the search, when I did the search, I just put in Sudoku, and there was something like 846 results. So there's a lot there if you just go through, and search through all the different options. And I know there was different levels from easy, medium, hard. They also do a subscription. So if you are producing a lot of books and you also want graphics for your books, they do a subscription. I think it's $19.95 just for the graphics element, or $29.95 a month for the all access print on demand option. Gives you fonts, graphics, all sorts of things, which I think's a pretty good deal. And I'm certainly going to take out a subscription because I found myself using these more and more for the interiors. And I'll just quickly show you, because if you say doing a mileage log, just put in KDP, and for whatever niche you're looking at, you could put in something like mileage, and then you've got all these results that come up here. And I just clicked on one there. So mileage logbook, $1.95. For the time it could save you, it's really a no-brainer. If you are going to use this a lot, then it might be worth looking at the subscription. I'll leave the link below for Creative Fabrica if you're interested in that. The other option, another great one, another one of my favourites, is Fiverr. What I like about this in particular is they've got the normal Sudoku, different levels. I mean, this one's here, they'll send you 6,000 for £4.25, which I assume is around about the $5 mark. But they also do different types of Sudoku. And one I'll discuss with you in a moment when we come to the keywords is this. I noticed Samurai Sudoku puzzles. I couldn't see any software that was readily available that would allow you to create something like this. And it is in fact a very popular niche that is very profitable also. So yeah, you've got other options here for different types of Sudoku puzzles. That's worth looking at. Again, I think for the price, it's a good investment if you are going to take this niche seriously. So now we come to the keywords, and this is where we start to look at the different types of sub-niches. And again, what we want is low competition, high profitable keywords. My criteria for this are Amazon search results of 1,000 or less. When you look at the books, you want, or what I look for, are 3 or more books on the first page, preferably within the top 10, that have a bestsellers rank of 300 or less, which means these books are selling. And I always say, go for markets that are already selling. And low bestsellers ranks are your proof that books are selling in this niche. So for each keyword, I will go through the Amazon search results, and I'll look at the bestsellers ranks, and then I'll mark those on this spreadsheet when I'm doing my research. And what I end up with is this long list of keywords, and we have the keyword, and I make a note of the Amazon search results for each one. So it means going to each keyword, putting in the keyword, looking at the search results, making a note of it in the spreadsheet, and you can tell from that it's quite a laborious process. And where available, with the Keywords Expander plugin, I'll also write down if it's got Google monthly searches and how many that is. Because if you've got a keyword that's low competition, is making sales on Amazon, but has also got that Google monthly searches as well, it just gives that keyword that bit of extra strength, because you know people are looking at it. And there's always a chance that people could find your book just by doing a search on Google, because Amazon does show search results on there also. And I produced this list of keywords, and in total we've got 192. Now you can imagine going through 192 keywords, doing the searches for each one. It does take a bit of time. It takes a few hours. I've actually done all that work, and if you've watched some of my other videos on, particularly on the KDP activity books, you know that I do lists of keywords on those, and I've done the same for this Sudoku niche. and it's in my Gumroad shop. It'll save you probably 3 to 4 hours of work, if not more, and it's up there for $2. So if that's worth your time, then go ahead and get it. If not, or you're just starting out and don't want to invest any money just yet, then do the research as I said. Put in the main keyword into the Amazon search bar. Make a spreadsheet of all the suggestions that come up. Use the AMZ suggestion expander. Write those in the list also. And then just go through each keyword again, putting it back into the search bar, see what results come up, make a note of the Amazon search results, and you'll end up with a similar list of keywords. And then target, particularly if you're not doing AMZ ads or Amazon ads, then target those with search results of 1,000 or less. If you are doing Amazon ads, you can target those keywords that are more competitive, with more search results on Amazon. But from the list, if you do look at keywords with more than 1,000 search results, just go and put those back into the search bar on Amazon. See what suggestions come up, again, because it will help you sub-niche down and you'll find more suggestions that are less competitive but profitable. So I made a list of some of the niches that I found that were low competition and looked profitable. Foreign languages, things like Spanish. Children's and kids ones, which were popular, low competition, very profitable. I showed you the potential earlier of the money you could make on these because they've got relatively low bestsellers ranks. Sudoku books for seniors, large print Sudoku books, difficulty levels. I said go from easy, medium, hard. I think there was extremely hard and diabolical. And then we had the samurai Sudoku. So let's have a just quick look at that in the search bar. And I'll put in samurai Sudoku. And you can see here we've got all these suggestions. Now I don't know how many search results we'll get here. 393 search results. Let's have a look. Are these selling and how well are they selling? Oh, 78,000. Another one 78,000. Another one 61,000. So these are selling. They meet the criteria of 3 books or more of bestsellers ranks less than 300,000. And you could see from what I showed you earlier, you can go and get these on Fiverr rather than looking for software, downloading software. Just go and pay someone to do it, and you can create your whole book's worth. So let's take 70,000 and put that into our calculator to get an idea of how much potential profits there are. So 67. So you could be selling 2 a day quite easily if you get your book ranked up there. And how much were they selling them for? Because this is the other point. If you've got a book that's just selling say 2 a day, but you're making high profit margins, then that's a good situation to be in. Because you could have a book that's potentially selling a few hundred a month, but if it's only selling for $4.99 on average or $5.99 on average, then you're not going to be making as much. So look here, $9.99, $11.95, $7.99. So there's good royalties in these types of books. So even with just selling a couple a day, you're going to make a decent amount of money. And again, if you outsource making the interiors, then it really isn't going to take you a long time to produce these sorts of books. Again, I think you could easily do it in half a day. I mean, the covers aren't anything special. You could just create one with a Japanesey type font, a plain background, a picture of one of your Sudoku puzzles on the front, and you're sorted. You're all good to go. I also noticed that people were combining Sudoku with other puzzle types, things like word search. I found some with cryptograms, so you could combine 2 niches there just to reduce the competition. And again, they were selling quite popular. And there was also Sudoku with words instead of numbers. So as I said, I've done the whole list of keywords. So if you're wanting to get on that straight away, go and buy them. It's $2 in my Gumroad shop. Link below. They will give you the Amazon search results for each one and where available the Google monthly searches. So that's it saves you a bit of time. And there's also other keywords in there for other puzzle type books if you're interested in those. But if not, just do it yourself. It just takes a few hours, pretty easy to do, and it's also a good skill to learn. So that's it for Sudoku. I hope that shows you what an interesting and profitable niche it is. There are a lot of low competition sub-niches within that I found that are within the keyword list. So hopefully that will motivate you to go out and produce these types of books. Just add them to your overall portfolio of books and you should be good to go. And these books sell well during holiday Christmas season as well, so they're very good for Q4. And really Q4 is not that far away. It's only a few months away, and it's good to start preparing now. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Also hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and until next time, goodbye.